In this episode of Sailing Dark Angel, we celebrate my birthday by getting caught in a monsoon and damaging the dinghy. What happens when the repairs don't hold? Pfft, let me tell you. If you like our videos, please smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell. It's free for you and really helps our channel.
Happy birthday, baby!
Thank you, honey. So what are we doing today, Captain Dave?
We're going snorkeling.
And why are we going snorkeling?
Because it's your birthday.
It's my birthday! We're going down to Peanut Island and there's a bridge and I guess it's supposed to be really great snorkeling. So I've chose this for my birthday gift and I want to go snorkeling. So here we go. So much for the birthday dive. Oh well.
We thought we'd have time to dive before the storm hit. We were very wrong. The storm hit about the time we got to the dive site, so we scrambled for shore at Peanut Island just as fast as we could.
Gotta go check on the dinghy. It's just anchored on the beach. I really don't trust it. So just as we pulled up here to the beach, I noticed I'm losing air in one tube on the dinghy. That's not okay. She's anchored right here on the beach. It hasn't moved at all. You can see I left a little slack loop on the chain. It's not moving. But this is a problem. Big time. We're losing air and I don't know where it is. But it's not pulling offshore, so I'm gonna head back to shelter.
So as you can see, we didn't get the birthday dive because we are in the middle of a torrential rain and hiding under this gazebo. And as you can see, we're not the only ones that are hiding from it. But I missed out on my birthday dive. What are you gonna do? So we're gonna make it back to Cal's boat soon for a nice birthday dinner. Wish me luck.
Even with a slack tube, we made it back to Cal's boat, Carpe Vita. We're gonna hang out here for a little bit. Apparently the winds were like 75 miles an hour up where our boat is. So I'm a little nervous to get up there and see just what kind of damage we got. We did not prepare for 75 miles an hour wind.
Hopefully the boat is still there.
Well, it's better protected there because of buildings.
Yeah.
Rum will make it better.
That's the theory. That's the
rum
theory.
makes-
It's better protected.
Rum makes everything better. Everything.
It is International Rum Day after all. And Lisa's birthday. Coincidence?
We have to leave
I
the
think
country
not.
to have it.
74 miles an hour wind might be what Cal saw on television, but I don't see any signs of any damage here. This big heavy comforter that we had hung up was blown all the way over to the side, but I got lots of pins on it. And those cushions were a little disheveled. And that little mat was kind of pushed off to the side a little bit. And even our shades were fine. But I think we made out all right. I'm gonna throw a little bit more gas in the tank, get back to Cal's boat because he's a few miles from us. And then go back and have some dinner.
So what are we doing today, Captain Dave?
Today we are repairing the dinghy
And why do we have to repair the dinghy?
because we picked up something either on shore or while we were cruising and we cut the bottom of the tube.
So we've timed this so we're at slack tide. The tide a few minutes ago was just ripping so hard that after we went and got gas just over here, when we came back, Dave had to fight the current just to get the dinghy up, like connected to our davit system. But he's got the kayak underneath there so that he can do the repair. Now he's also getting my paddle board so that I can get behind there and film him and help him at the same time. Right now we're at slack tide. We waited for slack tide to do this and it's about 11 o'clock in the morning. This is for real. Wish us luck, because you know, when your car breaks down, well, that's our car and it's got a hole in the tire, so we got to get her fixed. So Dave's got the repair kit sitting there and we tied him off so that he doesn't float away, and I'm going to get on the paddle board so I can get around and see what the heck's going on, because I can't see anything without being on the other side of Dave.
Ideally, you want to jump into a shop somewhere, get this towed, go into a nice temperature controlled shop with below 60% humidity, and where it can sit and dry and be dust free and all that crap. We're cruisers, we don't have any of that. The best we can do is leave it on the davits and do the repair from out here in the water. Here's the repair, this slash here, but it's really close to this seam, and you can't really, you're supposed to have 1 inch either side all the way around. Obviously I'm not going to be able to do that because the seam is here, so I'm going to tuck it right tight to the seam.
So I'm sitting over here with my sun protection on and enjoying the view. Not really. The other thing about it being Saturdays is there are a lot of boats going by, which of course wakes us, which does not help the situation whatsoever. Wouldn't you just love to know what it was that took a swipe out of it?
Sure would.
And not go there again? So while Dave's getting ready, would you like to hear a story about Thursday night getting back to the boat? So after we had a really nice dinner at Cal's for my birthday, thank you, Cal, we came back to the boat. Dave was fighting against a lot of heavy current to get the dinghy set up. And the dinghy slipped out from underneath him, and he ended up in the water here. Now, you think, in the water, it's fine, you know, no big deal. Well, it is a big deal, and here's why. When the boat slipped out from underneath him, not only did his shirt go over his head, which was basically waterboarding him when he came back up to the surface, but he had also hit something on the way down and cut his eyebrow. Now, we all know how head wounds bleed, so blood in the water, blood profusely running down the side of his face, and I didn't panic, so I assisted him on getting back up on this opposite sugar scoop that I'm looking at and getting him inside. So it took a long time for that wound to stop bleeding and make sure that he was okay, because we all know, you know, head wounds, you can't fall asleep anytime soon, and it's late at night by the time we get back to the boat. So yeah, that all sucked. That all sucked. The dinner was great, but that portion sucked for both of us.
Okay, so I've measured off the patch. I'm not cutting in the straightest line. I'm using the entire width of the patch because I want lots of area on either side of this. But I can only go up to this seam, because if I lap that seam, that's a potential weak point that I just don't want to play with. So I'm going to put it over right up tight to the seam and along here. Okay. Problem is I need 2 hands for all of this, and I can't have it. Now I've got to mark off where this patch is going to go. I've got to mark off where this patch is going to go, trace it, and then sand the hell out of the boat and the patch before I can glue it and install it.
Yep.
See, I'm drifting away.
And there comes more wake.
Oh.
See, this is what we're combating right here. This boat going by.
Every one of these center consoles is just a ton of weight.
Gotta wait for this wake to go by from that center console that just went by. See, it's Saturday, and everybody and their brother is out on their center console today. This is one of the drawbacks to being anywhere in Florida with these center consoles.
And fast or slow doesn't make a difference. It's
No.
a huge wake off of these boats.
Yep. Because look, here comes another one.
And they're going nice and slow, but
It doesn't make a
matter.
difference.
They're not being obnoxious. They're not.
Do you want me to
being
hold
bad
this?
Boaters. It's just.
So when you go to do that, do you have to remove the excess that's hanging off?
What are you talking about?
The strip that's hanging down. Do you have to remove that before you put the,
What's hanging down?
see the little piece
This?
there? Yeah.
It's all got to be sanded.
Oh, okay.
And they recommend using a Dremel with a stone. And I I don't have a stone for my Dremel, but this sandpaper came with the kit.
Do you think it'll be ready for tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason I asked is because we have our brunch with our friends tomorrow morning, Sunday morning. They're coming to get us. So why do you have to sand that down, Dave?
So the glue will bond.
Okay. So this is your morning exercises.
Yeah, I don't get enough exercise since we left the Bahamas anyway. Another one there. The instructions say to do this in less than 60% humidity outside in Florida in the summer. Good luck with that. So, whether or not this patch holds for any length of time, no way to know until we do it. So I've sanded this as aggressively as I dare. They recommend using a Dremel with a stone. I have a Dremel, but it only has sanding blocks.
I'm gonna hand you.
And it's the same thing with this. Trying to sand it aggressively, and then we're going to clean it with acetone and put the first layer of glue on. All right, so the instructions say to heat the glue to reactivate it.
All right.
That's the wrong edge. Oh well.
Too late now.
Ever poke yourself in the face with a pair of scissors because of a weight?
Ah, that's just a new one on me.
First time for everything. Welcome to boat life. Isn't it glamorous and romantic? Sunset cruise on a life raft.
So, what do you think, Captain Dave?
Well, our damage is done.
All right. Do you use the heat gun at this point too, or no?
It doesn't say to, so
So, you don't blow the tube back up until
tomorrow morning.
tomorrow morning, okay?
We'll let her sit for overnight. See how she goes.
Okay.
See how much rain we get.
So you mean I'm stuck on the boat with you, grumpy? Here, let's get close up to that black eye. Close your eye. Yeah. See what happens when you don't listen to me? So, what do we think, Captain Dave?
I'm going to inflate it tomorrow and see what happens. All right, so the patch that we put on the dinghy, hanging off the back of the boat, surprise, didn't work. So we brought it here to Umberto and he's going to fix it up for us. Looks like it might need to be patched from the inside as well, which is different. But there's the patch. You can see it's not holding. Down here, you can actually feel it leaking underneath. So, pretty sure it's leaking out from under the bottom. So, tiny little patch, but it's got to be done right. This thing's our car, and pumping it up every time we want to use it is, well, long term, it's just a bad idea. So, we're going to give her a shot and see how it works out. Our friend Matt was nice enough to put it on a trailer, bring it down here for us, and he's going to let us use his dinghy for a couple of days so that we're not stranded out in the boat on anchor. This is the downside when you're never in a marina, is that you have a hard time getting stuff done on shore that most people find is no problem at all. All right, excuse the noise, it's really loud in here. But Meredith's going to show us what he does. He's got some really cool equipment in here. Check this out. This is a pretty cool setup you got here. What do you do?
We're doing like ball fenders, all kinds of inflatable. Yeah.
Would have brought a better camera if I'd have known.
This is the inside tape. Ready? And
Very
that's
cool.
inside out. Yeah, inside out from here. Go inside out. This hole. You can see it right here. Lay on the company, left side.
So is that using heat to weld or vibration?
Heat welder.
The heat welder?
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
Like, I got my whole life, you know, so I started when I got 18. 18 years, I got 51 right now. So,
Wow.
yeah, I'm working for the company 19 years on this inflatable, so ready. Put it outside tape. I have to change it and everything, so look like it's supposed to be like that
Oh,
over here.
nice.
Yeah, never glue.
Yeah. No glue.
No glue, nothing. All this is with a pressure welder machine. Yeah.
Very cool.
That's the end. Yeah, this is the top.
That's a little big for my boat.
Yeah, it's right there. It's that one over there. That one is the side. Well, I take it off the patch it.
Yeah.
So and clean it up and put patch inside.
Okay.
So and sanding a little bit on the outside. Sand the patch, the same
Yeah.
patch you put it on. Sanding and cleaning and installation.
So now she's great.
Yeah.
She gonna hold air for a day or two?
For the whole year.
A whole year?
Or maybe more. You can feel in the inside patch right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had to open up the seam?
Yeah, I opened a little. No, I cut a little bit and put that.
Okay.
Yeah. What you?
Awesome.
I gotta make it shorter. So
All right, the ultimate test is coming because this is our daily car. So hopefully this will work.